Consider it all joy. There's a very interesting verse in the Bible from James that says, consider it all joy when you experience various trials. And although this isn't really a religious meeting, the truth of that statement has been extremely valuable to me as this storyteller. And the reason that's a bit of a teaching point is that many years ago, who had 2 children, was feeling extremely depressed. Her husband was a very, very successful business person, and she had 2 children. She tried to start her own business, but it wasn't working very well, and she got extremely discouraged and found herself admitted to a suicide observation unit for 72 hours. And I went to see her. It was such a disappointment and a bit of a blow because she seemed very serious. And my question often is, how far will people go to get attention? And for some reason, her orientation on what life was all about seemed so far out compared to the other 5 children in her family and my 2 parents at the time. But in any case, I couldn't help just talk to her about what is going on. And she just had such a blah feeling towards everything. And I asked her, well, what really brings you joy? She had always wanted to have many, many children. I thought, wow, that's ambitious. But her husband really only wanted to have 2, and they were grown and on their way to getting married and starting families and all that type of thing. And somehow I was able to pull her out of her demise, if you want to call it, by reminding her how much she really enjoyed having young children around her. And I basically brought up how wonderful it would be for her when the time came that her 2 sons, they would have children with their wives. And that made such a dramatic impact on her. I had no idea how successful that would be, but it turned things around, and it was just the tiniest little inkling of a thought of something joyful that she could look forward to. And things slowly began to turn around very dramatically over a period of weeks, months, and many years. She is still very happily here with 3 grandchildren, and she's very pleased to visit them every chance she gets. When that happened, I felt very motivated to reinforce that whole process with her by writing a song.
When life is full of darkness and the stormy waves prevail, there is no hope to light the day like Jonah in that whale. When efforts are but fruitless deeds and doubts bring forth despair, the fear of long-lost hopes and dreams are looming everywhere. And I have to say I've been there, but it wasn't very good. And I know I would still be there if he hadn't understood. Like a bridegroom, he had come to claim his long-awaited bride. Picked me up in into his holy hand and set me by his side. When Jesus came into my life, it was my brightest day. I wasn't very lovable. He loved me anyway. He told me of his kingdom, of our life in victory, the promise of his peace and joy he bought at Calvary. And I have to say I've been there, and I found it very good. And I know I'll always stay there, 'cause it's clearly understood, like a bridegroom he had come to claim his long-awaited bride. He has held me in his holy hand and kept me by his side, like a bridegroom he had come to claim his long-awaited bride. He has held me in his holy hand and